Hey, favorite ones! Welcome back to another collective reading. Come and take your seat around the round table and get comfy. The corner over there for your wishing wells. You can toss in your coins as you wish. As you wish. So for any of those who are just tuning in to my channel, there's this thing we like to do over here called Welcoming Utopia. For any of those who are returning, welcome, welcome. I'm happy that you are back here and getting to feel your energies and moving along together and growing. So we have this thing called Welcome Utopia where you can pause or you can just take the moment to have in your heart to welcome in utopia, whatever your personal, international, or galactic utopia would look like. If that's all-inclusive type events, events where you get to go to sleep at 10 p.m. at night, whatever your utopia is, having a large family, getting to start a family, whatever tradition your way, and starting off new. So just whatever your utopia looks like is what we like to welcome over here on my channel, Favorite Readings. So thank you everyone for commenting, liking, and subscribing. I do enjoy all the feedback and the mutual exchange of energy. And of course, first order of business after welcoming Utopia is going over my downloads that I've had over the long weekend. I hope everyone had a safe and fun long weekend if you had one. If not, then welcome back anyways. This is a timeless reading after all. So I'm getting a symbolism for lion today. Just a bunch of lion energy. Now this could be that you're a Leo, you don't have to be. It could also be that you're receiving more downloads and synchronicities from your soul starseed family, the Lyrans. You could be looking at more into the galactic history. If you are interested, there's links below inside of my profile, as well as links on how to be more assertive, meditations, and wellness and health help links are listed below for anyone who is in need. With winter coming through, I know that's a very serious subject to have. So just letting you know that I'm thinking of you all, and there's always going to be something listed below for help. Lions and lion mane. So some of you may really enjoy fungi, or some of you are a fungi. You don't have to be a guy, but I feel like a lot of you are the life of the party, as well as someone who likes using more natural, holistic remedies before moving on to using medical, pharmaceutical remedies. I feel like you dabble in a bit of both. You're like, I'd like to keep things natural, but I also know when there's time to double down and get some serious help, which is good. You knowing what works best for your body and when to ask for help is very important. I feel like the collective is really working on that at the moment, with the lion being the symbol for bravery, nobility, royalty, strength, valor. Some of you may have watched the video, The Knights of Valor, the Black Knights. Video was originally called The Black Knights of Valor, so some of you may have watched that video and are learning how to be the knight of your family while being a black sheep. That might be something that you're a black sheep for, is the fact that you prefer more natural ways of eating, or just preferring doing your own gardening, stuff of that nature. Speaking of which, the Hopi tribe views lion symbolism for reverence of nature. So a lot of you may have reverence for nature, Mother Nature. Some of you could work with Gaia or Daniel. Some of you just may be like have a low carbon footprint. You enjoy recycling, upcycling, doing the most as possible to help the future generations um, have a great environment and ecosystem. Lion's mane mushroom is known in some cases to improve nerve development and functions. So, some of you may have nerve damage or a reason to protect your nerves from becoming damaged if you do high risk exercises, or if you're doing triathlons, such as the high impact of running constantly would be a good way to prevent future injury. If you're into that, some of you may be working on your knees and like just your nerve damage in general. It says neurological conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's as well. Some of you may have the shakes. So I was getting where the ambassadors of the seven seas is the new one for us over here in the corner, because we got the loaded dice. We are the Knights of the Round Table. We are Camelot's Gestures, for those who are meant to be here to be a little silly and help remind people to not, to have some comedic relief every now and then. But I feel like this time we are the ambassadors of the seven seas. A lot of you may be going from coast to coast, whether through online posting or like physically traveling and being ambassadors of the information that you hold dear, whether that's your own wisdom or music, a book signing. I feel like it's going to be across all the seven seas. So Sinbad, which means path of the blessed. I feel right now we are on a blessed path. We are on the favored path, my collective. And it means blessed in Sanskrit, cultural language. Some of you may resonate with working with chaos deities, since Eris came to mind from Sinbad, the animated movie. Some of you may work with chaos deities. And it also, I hear a lot of you keep your promises because Eris, the whole thing is that she'll keep her promise throughout the movie. So I feel a lot of you are learning to keep your promises to yourself, especially with the genie message coming through as well. I will get to that because there's still Magi, the anime, the Labyrinth of Magic. Some of you may work with Persephone or Minotaurs. MTG is coming to mind as well. But you have helped others conquer their tower moments along the way, while conquering your tower moments as well, because inside that anime it's going around from tower to unlock different wishes. And I feel like each time you conquer a tower, you get one of your wishes granted. So I feel like every single time the universe has thrown a tower moment your way, you have come back looking like a wish come true. People thought that they had torn you down brick by brick and was going to leave you inside of the swamp, blind, and your one true love blinded from being able to see you, and you're surrounded by snakes. And yeah, I just feel like you're coming together, because it brings up the Sleeping Beauty, the original Grimm stories. Some of you may prefer Grimm stories like the macabre and darker, like Goa type styles. Some of you may like horror movies, or just the truth, like the nitty gritty truth of the story. You don't like the truth being polished up. You take the truth for what it is. and you don't try to put rose colored glasses on and pretend like it's a good story. I feel like a lot of you don't put on a facade for your family. You won't pretend that you won't, what is it? You won't just fall in line when it comes to your family's traditions. And if someone in your family has done something wrong, you're not the one who just will who will step in line and fall in line and not say anything if your family's old traditions are not standing up. Now, I'm not saying all of you have to do this, but I'm just saying whom I'm speaking to right now. You'll know who you are. Is that is going to, you're removing yourself from that. You're speaking up for others and letting them know that this is not the norm. This is not a standard that I have to allow myself to adhere to. I can set my own standards and my own boundaries of what I'm going to accept as the way I'll be treated. You're not taking the mad disrespect anymore. I feel like for a lot of you, especially with the celebration over the weekend, a lot of you may not celebrate Thanksgiving. Some of you may celebrate honoring Indigenous people instead, and that might cause some stir with your family. Some people some of my collective are really dealing with people who don't know how to handle that, and it's really not on you to handle how they respond. It's you standing up for the underdog and yourself and your morals and your values. And if your values and your morals don't align with them, then let them know that. You don't have to sling at them that you're a bigot or nothing. You could just let them know, you want to know what my core values and morals don't align with yours. And see ya. Bye, Felicia. So yes, back to the genies. When they're going around to each one of the towers to collect genies, and I'm getting from Aladdin actually that, you've come through like a wish come true for a lot of people, and you've helped out a lot of people out of situations that you went through. You've shared your story. You're doing the work. You're doing the inner work. You're being self-aware. And you've made everyone else's dream come true. You're shouting them out. You're buying their tickets so that they're sold out. You're doing all that you can. And it's your turn. I'm hearing, Genie, you're free. And yeah, so the universe wants you to free yourself. You're free to it is okay to wish yourself free. Free from stress, free from worry. You're allowed to wish these things. It may seem small to others. It may seem too out of reach on a flip of the other coin. But since we're flipping coins anyway, let's flip a wish into the wishing well for utopia and freedom, because none of us are free until we are all free, right? So it's one of my favorite quotes. So since we're in here making wishes in the wishing well and welcoming utopia, let's welcome freedom in utopia. Let's wish for not needing to wish for freedom. It will just be a given. Yeah, I picked out a purple fluorite for today's video. And it is grounding and harmonizing spiritual energy. So I feel like with welcoming utopia, this would be a really good crystal to have. It's also good for keeping bad dreams and stress and evil spirits at bay. So I feel like a lot of you are really learning, have reached a certain vibrational level where you don't have to work so hard to keep these keep yourself from absorbing other people's energies as much. You're learning how to differentiate between, is this my self-doubt or is this someone else's? And if it is someone else's, was it a projection or was it mirroring of something inside of myself that I need? You're super high aware. You're like, is this me? How did I co-create this? How can I unco-create this? And how do I make sure I don't co-create it again? And you're just learning self-acceptance, but at the same time also, recognizing a projection when you see one and not letting it disrupt you. I feel like you're really grounded in your own knowing yourself. It's like they can't tell me who to be because I'm not what they see. And people are starting to see you for who you really are now. People may have not been able to, they didn't know what to make of you when they first met you or after a while, because you move as spirit guides you, right? So they're like, I can't understand. I don't get how the collective's moving like that. Why are they moving like that? And it's like, because they're going with the flow. They're moving as spirit tells them to. It doesn't make sense on a physical and social level that we've been programmed to follow. Because we're moving on a more spiritual vibration. We're moving as we're guided to. And that may not look like how everyone else is moving, which may be why some of us are feeling stagnant, because we're not moving as other people do. And ha 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 ha. Yes, I almost dropped the deck, but I didn't. So I feel like you guys, even when you're about to drop the ball and fumble, you recover really quickly. So now whenever Spirit is giving you tower moments, you're recovering quickly. You're like, oh, I see why, where the energy was stagnant and why Spirit needed me to move, or that burning dumpster fire was going down and Spirit didn't want me to go down with it. Thank you for removing me. Thank you for moving these people on, obvious, and thank you for rejecting me from that environment, because obviously I deserve better. And you are recognizing how you deserve better, my ambassadors. You are recognizing, you are going around from place to place. Being an ambassador, I feel like you really shout out people, you recommend other people, and in turn people are realizing that not only are you a real one, but you are reliable and you are a really great source of networking. And that's what an ambassador is networking, going around from place to place, advertising the brand or a country and telling them why they would make a good asset of working together. So I feel like you're really showing how reliable you are for collaboration and working on an event project right now, my collective. You're rising like the phoenix. You are diving deep and are adverse. You are strong against adversity. You really know how to adapt and overcome, and duality of the octopus, because the octopus can go on land and also go in the water. It's giving me Capricorn vibes, so that may be in your charts. Or you just really connect with Atlantean energy as well. Or you could have just had a past life as an octopus. We go through different cycles. 19, 28, 26. Some of you could be close to those numbers. Those could be your birthday numbers. It could be confirmation that comes up on a ticket. a flight ticket in total. So it's 8, 10, because 28 equals 10, and 9 plus 1 equals 10, so 10, 10. And I'm also getting 1001, so definitely a gateway. So you could be flying and going through a certain gateway. Also, 1010 could be important to you as well. It also reminds me of Archangel Gabriel and a download that I read of someone's one time. If you look up 101010 and Archangel Gabriel's message, it will give you a message of the love to fear cycle, whereas when you're retraining your heart and soul and brain and rewiring the brain from being in a state of fear, you will notice over time that in the beginning it will be a lot of work and persistence that you will need in order, when you find yourself in fear and you're like reassuring yourself, giving yourself an affirmation, like with fluorite, it's like, I am present in the moment. And you affirm yourself that you are present in the moment. There's nothing to fear in this exact moment. I am safe. These are examples. And you're like, I'm on stage. This is scary, but I can do scary things. I remember my lines. I know my lines. And the next time you go up on stage and you've practiced, you're like, okay, I have practiced. I know I've done this before. It's not that the fear is not there, but you also will be able to hype yourself up, giving yourself that opportunity to hype yourself up. Be like, I am safe. And over time, you're like, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going up to pay right now. I'm going up to pay. I'm going up to pay. And instead of when you're walking up the next time, you're like, I am providing for myself. I'm providing for myself to 22222 on the clock. So you could be seeing 44, or you can be seeing a series of twos. It means that you're getting the duality. Not only are you scared, but you are also brave. And then over time, it will be less of a reminder, and you'll automatically be like, I'm going to provide for myself today. I'm providing for myself. Any money I spend comes back to me tenfold. And you're retraining your brain to be like, I'm providing for myself right now. And I'm feeling like this is the example, because I feel like in my collective, I know I certainly have had this as a problem myself that I work on continually, is food security. I feel like that's why I'm bringing up the example, is because for some of you, your utopia and your wish come true is to feel secure within your food safety and food security. So the love to fear cycle is the fact that is learning over time that you will start to love to feed yourself and love to go and get more food for your household, because that takes care of you and you have nutrients, and in turn you can do things that you love to do with your body because it's fuel for it. And knowing that you have enough fuel for not only your body but probably your vehicle as well is another thing. Some of you could, the love to fear cycle, it's just that it will become less. It's working out that muscle. It's working out that love muscle over the fear muscle is the gist of it. I know that was a really long-winded, and I'm glad you all stayed with me during that, but it's working out the muscle, the love muscle. Whenever you go and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money, I don't like loud noises, I hope there's enough left on the shelf, which is like the fear muscle that we like to really hit the button on constantly. But the love to fear cycle is learning to hit the love button too. I'm going out and taking care of myself. I am buying nutritious foods. I am buying food because fed is best, And it doesn't even need to be nutritional, but you need to go and you need to have some sort of fuel, and fed is best. And you're like, I am taking care of my family right now. I am taking care of future me. I am going and, just giving yourself the love button smack a little bit, like from those panic buttons from Staples. Some of you might work at Staples or just go there a lot for school supplies and stuff. But I'm getting that panic button that it has. I feel like you guys are learning how to hit the love button. You're like, yeah, I love you. Confirmation from one of them. One of them decided that they like the love button. So I have confirmation from kitties on the love button. Our collective is learning to hit it more often. If you're going out for a night to go out with friends, you're not like, oh, I spent this money. You're like, I'm supporting friends. I'm supporting myself by allowing myself to go out to things. And it's like, you're really showing that love button some love. Some of you are giving your love button some love. Some of that's, whew, it's an 18+ one there for you. But some of you are giving you the ring a ding ding and a ding 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 a ding. Someone's floating their boat. That's all I'm saying. A firebird is calling to soar. Only weavers know the time. For the wind blows in our sails. So yeah, definitely learning how to navigate. As the ambassadors of the sea, you are learning how to navigate the stormy waters, because there's always that saying that calm storms don't make for great sailors, because you can't weather the storms if you've never had any storms. And people love you for that experience that you have. You're learning that to give yourself love and not be so hard about your past, because you've noticed that it has a lot of experiences that you're able to help others with now. And you're like, I went through that hard thing, but now I am able to help someone else with my story. Yeah, so you might like old maps, like old maps with like sea monsters on it and stuff. So I look down and it kind of just remind me of all that. Cartoons as well. Some of you are learning to love your drawings more. You may look back on your old progress with kinder grace than you did before, of like, oh, I haven't made that much progress, compared to like, oh wow, I've made so much progress. So yeah, you're flipping the script and you're starting to speak out to yourself with more kindness. You're becoming the ambassador not only of the 7 seas, but you're also being an ambassador for yourself. You're speaking up for yourself. You're speaking kind about yourself. You're shouting yourself out. Maybe before you were worried about telling people what you do, or you didn't know exactly when the right time was to bring up the fact that you have your own business or that you have an album, and you're like, when do I shout it out? So if any of you have any of like a business or an album or anything that you just wanted to shout out below, go ahead and do so. I would love to check you out, and some people would love to check you out for real. But no, some people got the steamies going on around here, whether you are like single or in a relationship. I feel like some people got the steamies for you. You got get the crush. Okay. Releasing times, trusting timing, all the time in the world, the power to expand time. The Dreamweavers know the perfect timing of your dream to manifest in the outer world, but your timeable often does not coincide with your own expectations. Sometimes you get caught up in the worry that you're running out of time, that you might have missed the proverbial boat of success. But this is false. The universe does not operate in linear time. The Dreamweavers are moving the threads of fate and destiny around on a cosmic loom for your benefit right now. They are rolling the dice in your favor. Say that below. We are all rolling the dice. The universe is rolling the dice in my favor. And I'm throwing a wish in the wishing well. And you have earned the right at the round table. Or any of your other affirmations you could go ahead and say below. The Dreamweavers are moving the threads of fate. Yes, it is time to release your need to know the timing of things and trust that if you keep taking one step at a time and following the signs that sparkle in a mystical threads of synchronicity and serendipity, you will be so much happier. Life is an adventure, so let go of your need to have things your way. When you want it, how you want it, and the way you want it. The universe might have a way better idea of what you need, so stay curious and open. You are so blessed, and what is truly yours will not be withheld from you. Trust in divine timing, and all will be well. I feel like a lot of you may also be into deep sea, like ocean and space oceans as well. Like not only oceans on our planet, but other oceans as well. Yeah. Doesn't have to be for all of you. Some of you are an octathreat. Like you have 8 different talents, and like instead of a triple threat, you're like an octathreat. It also gives me the vibes of you have more than one stream of income. I think there's a lot of creative flow. Some of you could have had a creative block for the last little bit, and I feel like a lot of it's just rushing through right now for you. Some of you may work with the archangels or like biblically correct angels, like as an aesthetic, like just because of the 4 wings, it just reminds me of seraphims. A firebird is called to soar. Being fully yourself, knowing who you are and who you're becoming. Authenticity, shining on behalf of the divine. Do you know who you are, what you truly value, what matters to you, and how you genuinely feel about things? Can it be that the person without worrying? Can you be that person without worrying what others think? You're unique and special being with your own path, your own journey to travel. You have incarnated with purpose to build into your very being. You don't have to look for it everywhere. It's inside of you, and it has been all along. This is something to celebrate. Just as great as symphonies is made up of many instruments, each one integrated into a whole, your special note is essential for the great song of life. You need to play your note and not someone else's. So at this point, being yourself, speaking up about what is important to you, and making choices from an authentic desire to participate is always what is best for everyone. You have come so far in your life. It is time to be proud of who you are and what you have to offer this world. Like a firebird is called to soar, you are called to express the fullness of yourself and shine. Remember your true heart. It's okay to be vulnerable. Take off the mask you hide behind. Then, and only then, can you make an empowered choice to fly. Ready? the dream weavers think you are. You are ready to soar. You are ready to fly across the oceans. You are ready to swim across many depths of many seas. You have depth to you, and you have height to you as well. You soar high with your creativity, and not even the sky's the limit for you. You go far as the cosmos, and the ocean isn't too deep for you either, especially since anglerfishes will be telling on themselves. You won't be getting trapped for their fake light. Yeah, you're not falling for anyone's fake light anymore. You're only following your own inner guiding light. Yeah, because your inner wisdom inside, seeing and looking within yourself instead of looking outside of the self. And this seems so bright, and that seems like a fake light, because it's like more like a light bulb compared to like a luminous of the skies. So you're learning when people are just shining a fake light. Yeah, you're not falling for lip service anymore. Forward movement, coming out of a slow period, a time for action. This is a time for action. Your obstacles have dissolved. You are integrating the deep work you've been doing, and you are on the other side of a dry spell. That's what I said. You guys no longer having a writer's block. You are learning that it's time to set sail for the sea. You're setting sail for depths of yourself and your creativity and your long voyage. How wonderful to have the energy to take the next steps, unencumbered by the past. This is the time of new beginnings, of the excitement that comes with seeing your dreams come to fruition after challenging work. Others may call you lucky, but you know what work it took to get here. This time of expansion is not one to be taken lightly or for granted. Smooth sailing is not always been offered to you, especially as you venture into uncharted territories. Now the winds that blow in your sails is steady. You feel the hand of divine next to yours on the wheel. In touch with that partnership, stay awake and aware, as waves can rise up out of nowhere. Have confidence that you are sailing in the perfect direction for you towards a destiny that will flourish. You can go the distance. So yes, you are going the distance, my ambassadors of the seven seas. If you didn't dance, that dance, I ain't no friend of mine. I don't know why safety dance is coming through, but it is. Some of you maybe live in a village, because if the village people are coming through, or some of you are learning that it takes a village to raise your kids, and you're learning how to have a more community to raise your young ones, or you're traveling to villages in order to be advocates and take care of animals, because I did get that mountain lion, and if you are getting lion, you could be going to places where there's, in the Serengeti, where sanctuaries are, even for some of you. Some of you may want to make a sanctuary for animals where you live as well. Some of you are doing the safety dance, or like some of you are learning to find safety . It's safe to go to the dance. Oh, some of you may be chaperoning for dances or work security for events, even because you're making it safe to dance. Some of you may work as security or bouncers for like festivals or music events, or even at a school dance. For young ones, you might be a volunteer for school field trips as well, I'm getting. Can we get one more messages from my beautiful collective, please? What is the last message you would like to give to our messengers of the sea, please? Yes, it's a time for celebration. Yes, you've learned how to incorporate all 3 stages of your lives. You are learning how to not only, you're a mentor, you are the mentee, and as well as the master of knowledge. So you're learning to celebrate yourself in every phase of your life. Some of you are learning how to look back at your shadow work that you've done. You've done the depths of the work. Some of you may like hip jewelry as well, or like it was 41444. So 444, it could be important to you as well. But yeah, 3 of Cups, definitely a big celebration going on for you. Moon celebrations could be important for some of you. Yeah, some of you might work with Hecate, Selene, as well as Artemis. But yeah, you've learned how to be the maiden and the crone, and you're learning how to incorporate all versions of yourself, knowing that you are all of them at once. Because there isn't 3 bodies there. If you didn't, if you look closely, they all share that one body there. So some of you may have Siamese, a twin. You could be there is a possibility for that. Some of you could have had extra like digits when you were born as well. Or for some of you, you just feel like you've have found your group of friends and a crew member or duet or your or your counterpart even, and you're just like attached at the hip because you're so excited and you're celebrating all of your hard work. You could have anniversaries coming up, celebrations. But I really feel like you're celebrating and accepting all the different stages of your life is what is really feeling for me, along with those other symbolisms and messages. Going, gong. Like, they're ringing the gong for you. People are announcing that you are coming. People really want to... when people know you're coming to an event, that really makes them happy. Like, you're the life of the party. I feel like your work is going gong. Like, your work is being amplified right now, and frequencies is taking it far and wide. I know 3 of Cups is what it is, but I want to hear what the poem is. Yeah, maiden, mother, crone connections. But that could also be like the students, the graduate, and now you're starting your business. Like, you've gone and you did your schooling and you became a graduate and now you're opening your own business. I also feel like you like 3 levels of like different Patreons I'm getting as well. Some of you may have 3 different levels of Patreons that people are like ringing that bell, that gong, and that bell is subscribing or hitting that bell to subscribe and take on. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have Patreons or list subscribers on like Twitch, like how many like levels there are. I feel like you're getting a lot of notifications, like you're ringing that bell. I was like, what does gong like? But I love our 3 hearts of essence and bubbly things, like the strings of past, present, and future, tied to the soul family because I know you. So they invite you to fill your cup from your overpouring love and to connect with your circle and those you choose to welcome into your heart as family. So yeah, a lot of you are finding your chosen family and learning that it's okay to embrace yourself, because I'm really getting the clasps of the hands, like embracing all your different sides of you, but really celebrating like it kind of looks like a caterpillar in her hair. I know it's not, and I don't know what kind of decorative herb it is, but it kind of looks like those really prickly looking caterpillars. So I feel like you're embracing your prickly side as well as your cute and soft receiving energy, and you're also embracing your rugged and take no ish and providing for others. You're learning how to balance that, your yin and yang energy, you know? So I'm thankful for all of you coming through and listening to another collective reading. I really appreciate all of those who have subscribed so far, and for all of those who listen and leave a like. It's really helpful for me in regards to seeing feedback. And it's also just wholesome because I want to help others with my story, and it's tingly knowing that it's happening. For a long time for me, I wanted to help people, and I was investing my energy into those who just wanted to use my kindness and perceived it as weakness. So being able to do it in a positive way and a way towards helping my inner child flourish, because my inner child loved being nurturing, and that was my shadow aspect, is that I always thought being kind was weak and showing, and it's not. It's my superpower. So the fact that I get to do this means that I'm using my superpower to help others. And in turn, I hope to learn from all of you as well and get messages from Spirit along the way too. I definitely had my fair share of lectures midstream, and I'm like, whew, that's for me. That's me. That's on me. So I'm grateful to be here, growing and learning and celebrating with all of you. So remember to eat, hydrate, and you got it. You do it. You knew it. Have fun. Okay, bye.